Let's see what we got next here. Oh, I want to spend, how many of you use parliamentary procedure in your meetings? In your office, in your executive committee meetings? One, two.
Here and there.
Here and there. So there's some, there's pages and pages of details about parliamentary procedure, but there are some very simple rules that if you follow them will make it much easier to make things happen in a productive way. So any topic on an agenda can be discussed, but if you want to have action, somebody has to create a motion. And when I tell people that, they say, oh, I motion. No, you don't motion. I move is the way you create a motion. I move that we adjourn at 4 o'clock. No, I motion that we adjourn at 4 o'clock. So you make a motion. I move that. A motion needs a second. So the leader says, is there a second? It's been moved, and you repeat exactly what the motion was. Is there a second? If there is no second, okay, let's go on and discuss something else. Or maybe there's another solution we want, or another motion we will entertain. But if there is a second, it's been moved and seconded, let's discuss it. And then you discuss, don't you? And sometimes you discuss, and people start saying the same things over and over again, and it gets to be boring. There is a way out of that. And that is if somebody is smart enough to call the question. So you say, I call the question. What does that mean? Calling the question requires a vote. Calling the question means I want to stop this discussion and go and vote on the thing we're discussing. That's what calling the question means. So you say, if I say, if Donald says to me, I call the question, and I'm the chairman, and I say, okay, we have a motion to call the question, which means to end the discussion. Is there a second for that motion? Glenn says yes. Well, Glenn would never say yes to any discussion. Let's say Glenn says yes, I second that motion. Then you vote on calling the question. You vote on ending the discussion. All in favor of ending the discussion? Aye. All opposed? No? Okay, the ayes have it. We end the discussion. Let's now vote on the issue. And then you go back to the motion that you were discussing. So you moved, seconded, then you want to end it. And because, I don't know about you, but I've been in meetings where this goes on and on and on, and people say the same thing but with a slightly different, and eventually everyone's going to sleep. Have you all had that happen? Yeah. Stop it. Now, the chairman should never be the one who calls the question. But the chairman can say, I would entertain a motion to call the question. And then if somebody agrees with the chairman, they'll do it. The chairman basically should avoid taking sides on an issue. So discussion ends when there's nothing more to say. Sorry, that's a typo. Or when someone calls the question. Then vote on the actual motion. Now, here's the chairperson's job is to keep order and to follow the agenda, but not to take sides on an issue. So if you've got an issue that's raging, do we move the club to a new location or do we stop? We've discussed it and so forth. But if the chairperson wants to express their opinion, he should pass the gavel to someone else and say, will you chair the meeting until we're through with this discussion? Because I want to. Now somebody else is in charge and has the authority. And now I can say things and I don't carry the same weight as when I'm the chair.
Can the chairperson call the question?
No, the chairperson should not call the question. The chairperson can say, I would entertain a motion to call the question. But he can't actually do it himself. That way, if the chairperson is the only one who wants to end the discussion and everybody else wants to keep talking about it, then you got to keep talking about it. Or if the chairman does call the question and there's no second, drop it. But the best way to do it is to follow the rule, and don't do that. Thank you. Now there's hundreds more things, but those are the very simple basics of getting things done in a meeting and keeping the meeting moving along. Okay?
Is this all Robert's Rules of Order?
These are from Robert's Rules of Order. Robert's Rules of Order is a very specific book, this thing. And it's the way Congress runs itself with all the stuff they've added, which is, I'm sure Robert would approve of some of it. But parliamentary procedure is a slightly different term. Robert's Rules of Order is parliamentary procedure. Parliamentary procedure can be more or less than Robert's Rules of Order. You can, at Fry's and other places, you can buy those $5 plastic laminated quick sheets, quick rules things. And there's one on parliamentary procedure that's great. It's got all the stuff you need to know. It's got 10 times more than you need to know. But, you know, I've run meetings for years using just what's up here on the screen.